Greetings and good evening from Bayport High School. We're in Suamico, Wisconsin. Site of tonight's WIAA Division I boys basketball sectional semifinal. It's a rivalry showdown. We have the fourth-ranked Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. They're taking on the Kimberly Papermakers. How you doing, everybody? This is Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin and the Post Crescent. Thank you for joining us. Yet another great Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live stream matchup. Winner of this one moves on to Saturday's sectional championship game. They'll take on either Marshfield or Eau Claire Memorial, I believe, was on the other side of that bracket. We'll see how it all plays out here tonight at Bayport High School. Joining me, as always, Jim Rosandick. We call him Rosie. He's a fellow member of the stream team. He's manning the high-definition cameras, making sure everything looks good picture-wise and sound-wise. And again, we keep going to the bullpen. That's because Ricardo Arguello is covering the girls basketball state tournament just down the road in Schwabenon at the Resch Center. He just covered Xavier a little bit earlier in a D3 state semi. Congratulations to the Hawks. Moving on to Saturday's championship game. He'll have St. Mary Catholic tonight in a great D4 battle. Good luck to the Zephyrs. That's okay. As I said, we're going to the bullpen. We got the burly right-hander one more time. It's Post Crescent sports editor, USA Today Network Wisconsin sports editor, Mike Sherry. Mike, thanks for joining us for yet another game.
It's great to be here, Brett. I don't know about you, but I've been watching basketball all day. Watched some college games this morning, watched the girls state tournament games this afternoon, and now tonight we got some boys sectional action. It's March and it's madness, and I love it. It's
a great time of year, isn't it? And go get myself one of those minty shakes at my favorite fast food restaurant on the way home, maybe. But looking forward to it. This is going to be a good game, right? Is Kimberly Cinderella, Mike? Are the Papermakers a team that could maybe make a run and get to Madison?
Well, we know they obviously went through a lot of turmoil near the end of the season, Brett. That's no secret. But they've turned things around ever since then, whether it's the coaching switch or just the light bulb going on. But Kimberly has been playing really well, and they're going up against a juggernaut tonight. Kaukauna is an outstanding team and has been outstanding all season. So if Cinderella is going to continue tonight, it's going to take a huge effort from Kimberly.
Yeah, Kaukauna 16-game winning streak. They've been on fire. Last time we saw them, they almost scored 100 points, and one of their players, who we'll highlight here in a bit, set a school record for a single game. So they look like a juggernaut, like you said, a well-oiled offensive machine. But hey, the last time we streamed a Kimberly game was Saturday, girls sectional final against Pewaukee. It took a buzzer beater by Ava Van Vonderen to get it into overtime, and then some key plays allowed the Papermakers to take down the top-ranked Pewaukee Pirates. Maybe we're in for something like that again. Maybe it's something about that Kimberly magic. I don't know, but I hope it comes down and it's a barn burner all the way, because that'll be fun.
Maybe it's something to do with me being here instead of Ricardo. Who knows? I've brought some good action to us lately when I filled in, so let's hope for another good one tonight.
Well, I hope so, because two teams playing some good basketball, as we said, Kimberly, Kaukauna, I should say, 16-game winning streak, ranked fourth, and then Kimberly, 3 straight winning streak coming in. So I tell you what, Mike, I'll start out the game notes talking about Kimberly, and I'll pass the baton over to you for Kaukauna. Kimberly 12-13, sub-500 record. However, the Papermakers, winners of 3 straight. They're coming off a big 73-68 victory over Appleton North. That was on Saturday, a Division I regional final at Appleton North. Alex Krause, he had a big game for Kimberly with 23 points on 9 of 14 shooting. That also included a 4 of 8 showing from three-point range. He also grabbed 7 rebounds and was credited with 7 assists. Mikey Wilds added 14 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. Landon Van Offeren finished with 9 points and 11 rebounds. And check this out, Mike. Kimberly assisted on 23 of its 28 made baskets, so really sharing the ball well, setting guys up to score. Also out-rebounded the Lightning 37-23. On the season, Van Offeren is the leading scorer at 17 points per game. He's shooting 56% overall and 76% from the free throw line. Wilds is next at 13 points. He's shooting 51% overall, 38% from beyond the arc, and 77% from the line. Krause, he's third at 10.6 points. He's shooting 50% overall, 42% from distance, and 62% from the stripe. His 35 threes, that's a team best. Wilds is next with 34 triples. Van Offeren leads the way in rebounding, 8.7 per game. Ben Grabner and Krause, they're next at an even 5 rebounds apiece. Wilds 4.8 assists per game. That's tops on the team in that category. And then as a team, Kimberly shooting 49% overall, 35% from three-point range, and 72% from the free throw line. Opponents are shooting 49% overall, 36% from three-point range, and then Kimberly doing a good job on the glass. They're out-rebounding their opponents 31.6 to 24.9 and averaging 4.1 steals. And then as we look at the scoreboard, Kimberly averaging 68.7 points per game, but allowing 69.1. They're going to need a great defensive effort here tonight to keep themselves certainly in arm's reach, right, to pull off the upset here tonight. So, Mike, how about those 23-3 Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts?
Yeah, you already said it, Brett. The Ghosts are winners of 16 games in a row and ranked number 4 in Division I in the final WISports.net state coaches poll. And they're coming off a 63-54 victory over Neenah on Saturday in a Division I regional final played at Kaukauna. 3 players scored in double figures for Kaukauna, with Keegan Van Couwenberg's 22 points leading the way. He was 7 of 13 overall and 3 of 6 from three-point range. He also had 6 assists and 5 steals. Andrew Jensen was next with 17 points on 7 of 8 shooting. He finished with 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Caden Groff added 13 points on 5 of 8 shooting with 9 rebounds. Kaukauna was sharp from the line, Brett, in that win, going 13 of 16 from the stripe. For the season, Van Couwenberg leads the way in scoring at 24.3 points per game. He's shooting 53% overall, 47% from beyond the arc, and 86% from the free throw line. His 95 three-pointers are a team high. Jensen is next in scoring for the Ghosts at 16.9 points per game. He's shooting 72% overall and 65% at the line. Graff is third at 11.5 points per game. He's shooting 67% overall and 72% from the line. Jonah Rohrig is averaging 9.7 points per game for the Ghosts. He's shooting 50% overall, 47% from the distance, and 88% from the line. Jensen and Graff are the team leaders in rebounding at 10.7 and 7.6 per game, respectively. Van Couwenberg is the assist leader for the Ghosts at 5.5 per game. As a team, Kaukauna shoots 56% overall, 45% from three-point range, and 73% from the free throw line. The Ghosts are also out-rebounding their opponents 34.6 to 21.7 and averaging 6.1 steals. Looking at the scoreboard, Kaukauna averages 79.8 points per game and is allowing just 58.8 per game.
There you go. Game notes for both sides as we get ready for this Division I sectional semifinal game. I want to thank the athletic director here at Bayport High School, Dylan Manny, making sure we're good to go and squeezing us in here in this great gymnasium, great setting for a sectional semifinal. Also, I want to thank our friend Chris Learman, the voice of Bayport Radio, for making sure we have a good connection. Brian Burrows as well, the IT guru. Always love coming up here to Suamico, making the trip up. Easy drive up 41. Very pretty area of the Green Bay metro region, I guess you could say. So always enjoy coming here and hanging out at Bayport High School. So thank you to the great staff here with the Pirates. Also want to thank our season sponsors. We have Cellcom, Piggly Wiggly, and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Now through March 17th at Cellcom, new and existing customers can get the new iPhone 16e on them. Visit cellcom.com for details. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics as your local grocery store. They're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig, and get your team, club, or business name out there with Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They customize products specifically to fit their customers' needs. Custom embroidery, screen printing, and graphic design. Cooney's does it all. Visit them online at Cooney'sEmbroideryandSportswear.com. Just about ready. And, of course, we're going to have some clock issues, it looks like. There's a guy standing right in front of the camera, Rosie, at the clock. Just ask him if he can slide over just a touch.
He might just be standing for the national anthem here, folks. So if not, we'll
I'm going to be crabby about it.
We'll ask him to move otherwise.
I'm going to be all crabby about it. Well, I tell you what, it will be the national anthem first, then we'll meet the starting fives. We'll have the tip, and we'll be underway in this Division I sectional semifinal game. Nice crowd here at Bayport High School. Big gym.
Still some room, Brett, on the student section side of the gym here, but the parent side is filled up pretty full here on the parent side.
Rivalry game in the sectional semifinal. Kimberly's going to be the designated home team, so the Papermakers in their home white. So the starting five for Kaukauna, we have a 5'11 senior guard, number 0, Brody McMullen. A 6'5 senior power forward, number 1, Caden Groff. A 6'9 junior forward, number 5, Andrew Jensen. 6'3 guard, number 13, a junior, Jonah Rarig. And a 6'4 guard forward combo, a senior, number 25, Keegan Van Couwenberg. That's McMullen, Groff, Jensen, Rarig, and Van Couwenberg for Mike Shallow's Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. For the Papermakers, a 6'1 senior guard, number 1, Aaron Cullen. 6'3 senior guard, number 2, Mikey Wilds. 6'4 senior forward, number 23, Landon Van Offeren. 6'4 sophomore guard, number 33, Alex Krause, and a 6'9 senior forward, number 44, Ben Grabner. We have Cullen, Wilds, Van Offeren, Krause, and Grabner for head coach Josh Hoffensberger's Kimberly Papermakers.
Third meeting of the season, Brett, between these FBA rivals. Kaukauna swept Kimberly Deer in the regular season, winning 82-63 on January 14th at Kaukauna and 98-79 on February 21st at Kimberly. And that was a game you and Ricardo and Rosie streamed.
Yeah, we can kind of share some of the details about how that all went down, but that was a historic night, that second matchup for Kaukauna.
What happened? I don't remember. Did that...
Well, there was a little history made by Keegan Van Couwenberg, right? 56 points.
He made a few shots that night.
And that's game over right there, Mike, when Andrew Jensen gets it that deep in the post, that deep in the paint. Not going to stop that. So good start for Kaukauna as this game is underway. Boyce, oh, nice cut to the basket. Good feed, Cullen to Van Offeren. And a good answer for the Papermakers. I'm kind of curious now with the coaching change, Mike. Josh Hoffensberger, the interim, was an assistant. Kind of curious on what kind of changes maybe. Oh, it's Rarig gets it to roll from distance from the corner, but wondering if he made some tweaks. Guessing he must have put his stamp on things.
Yeah, he's been part of the program. He knows some of these kids from when they were younger.
Grabner, he can hit that. Seen some big games from Ben Grabner, and we've seen him knock down those triples. Deep three, Van Couwenberg. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And he's fired up with a triple. Van Couwenberg, Mike, does not need much space, the UW Green Bay commit. You got to kind of play up on him wherever he is on the floor. This time, Krause going to let it fly short. And right now, Kaukauna off to a great start. 3 of 3 shooting to open this game. Now Van Couwenberg, he loves that mid-range game as well. He scores at all levels.
Yeah, and there's nobody on... Kaukauna can shoot the 3 with not just 1 or 2 guys. They got a bunch of guys.
Wonder if Kimberly's going to want to call a timeout already. It's 4 of 4. And again, Jensen getting it that deep inside. That was good defense by Van Offeren, but boy, he's just got that length. Cullen, short. Grabner, though, nice little hesitation. Good finish. Second chance points, gets the offensive rebound and a putback, and we have a quick timeout, 30 seconds for Kimberly. I think it's a good timeout by Coach Hoffensberger, Mike.
Yeah, so far on the defensive end, they've struggled. They've given up open shots from beyond the arc, and they don't have an answer yet for Jensen down low. So you're right, Brett. You called it. You said they might be thinking about a timeout, and they grabbed one right away.
Yeah, I think 4 of 4, including a pair of triples. Van Couwenberg and Rarig, and then 2 buckets inside. Kind of working it inside, outside, and See what kind of maybe some tweaks, or maybe it's just to calm guys down a little bit. Maybe just to take a deep breath, relax. But you can see Kaukauna coming out with some urgency and some good pace to start this game.
Well, we've seen Kaukauna go off for over 100 points several times this season, Brad. If they're hitting the outside shots and they've got Jensen working down low, they're about as close to unstoppable as you can get.
Yeah, it took a little over 2 minutes, and they already have 10 points on the board. You see Hoffensberger telling his guys, get your hands up, hands high. Leaner for Jensen, and rebound. That is Groff with the board for the Ghosts. Kaukauna gets another crack at it. Rarick, yeah, he's going to find a nice little up and under by Groff. You can see that one developing all the way, Mike.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hit him on the first cut, and then he just waited a little bit and still was wide open.
It's already 4 players who have scored for the Ghosts.
They don't play a lot of guys, Brett, but anybody on the floor can score for them.
And there's Wilds with the feed from Van Offeren. Wilds somehow gets lost. And an easy bucket for Wilds. So if you're Kimberly, you just kind of want to weather that initial punch, right? You just kind of want to lean into the ropes a little bit. Van Kaulenberg, boy, oh boy. Well, the last time I saw him, he scored
51 to go. He's only got 51 more to go.
And this is exactly how he looked, was popping those mid-range shots. I read an article from, or the quotes, it's Grabner with the offensive rebound off the miss from Cullen, and Grabner now with 4 points. That Shallow says that only he's got that green light for the mid-range.
So he wants layups from Jensen or three-pointers other than Van Kaulenberg?
Pretty much,
okay.
Yeah. So what's wrong with the mid-range, coach? Bring it back. Wilds off the mark there, a little strong, but
I don't know. Some of these guys from Kaukauna can shoot it from anywhere, so.
There's another one. That was good defense there by Wilds. But Groff with it, and now Van Kaulenberg, and he'll take that. He's working off that screen. They do such a good job of screening him open, screening all their guys open. And yeah, he's going to take that. Yeah, he was wide open. That's a wide open shot for Van Kaulenberg. Doesn't need much space. First teamer for the all FBA team, unanimous. I believe he and Jensen were unanimous choices. Wilds, oh, nice little hesitation there. Look at this, Mike. Kimberly staying, keeping pace.
Looking better since that timeout.
Wilds now with 4. Van Kaulenberg going to kick out. That's McMullen from the corner. Boy, all these guys can score. McMullen, that's the 5th player now. All 5 starters have already scored for the Ghosts. What do you do?
Third three-pointer for the Ghosts. Kaukauna hasn't hit one yet. Nice
Van
cut.
Offeren, and we're going to get our first foul, looks like, on the Ghosts.
Jensen a little bit hobbled there, Brett. He kind of went down hard, and he's a little shaken up there.
See if he can shake it off. Yeah, he's
rubbing that left knee.
Yep. Wonder if he just knocked knees maybe. Hopefully he's all right. Heck of a player. He's got some offers as well. We can talk about who's looking at him, and there'll be more coming. Wilds working hard, just a little short. Good defense there by McMullen, and here comes Van Kaulenberg.
There's some big, strong bodies on the floor for both teams, Brett.
Good athletes both sides as well. Groff, he's got that length working against Grabner. Ooh, I thought he had, we're going to say a travel. Okay. Yeah, in that January 14th game, Kaukauna winning 82-63. Van Kaulenberg, 18 points. Rarick, 17. Jensen, 16. Groff with 13. And McMullen with 12. How about that for balance? Mikey Wilds, he had a good night with 20 points. And, of course, in that February 21st rematch, Van Kaulenberg, a single game school record, 56 points. How about Jensen with the swat right there?
I think the left knee is feeling just fine, right?
Yeah, looks like he's okay. But Van Kaulenberg, yeah, 56 points. Groff added 19. Grabner had 26 for the Papermakers. So some big-time scoring from both sides.
But if you're Kimberly, Brett, you got to keep taking the ball to the basket. You can't be afraid to go in there.
We pick up some fouls. Van Offeren, he's strong, working hard. He got fouled, just like you said, and that's going to be on Groff. He didn't like the call, but good take. And, Mike, that's Groff's second.
Yeah, you got to go in there, Brett. I mean, you can't just rely on the three-point shot. like you said, try to get some fouls.
Big second foul. Looks like Shallow's going to leave Groff in there, though. And Van Offeren, nothing but net on the pair.
I don't know if there's an FBA player this year, Brett, that made greater improvement or, captured the headlines more than Van Offeren from start to finish.
Yeah, he's had a nice season. He's an all-FBA first-teamer as well. And Jensen, though, exploding to the hoop for that bucket. Jensen with 6, and that's knocked away. Good trust by Shallow to keep Caden Groff in there with those 2 fouls. 7-point lead.
Yeah, they don't play, like we said, they don't play a lot of guys, so I think he's going to ride with his starting guys, even if they got some foul trouble. I just hope he doesn't pick up a third quick. There's still 12 minutes to go.
I think, you mentioned Van Offeren. Grabner's been a really nice addition. It's been fun to watch him grow as well, and as a really solid, excellent post player. 3-pointer, got it, wide open. McMullen now with a pair of triples. That's 4 3-point buckets already this half for the Ghosts. Up 10, largest lead of the game as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Red hot shooting for the Ghosts. Cullen, tough take, and it somehow falls. He went after Jensen there, Mike, and able to get it past that big frame of Jensen.
Yeah, they're going to get some block tonight. They know they're going to get some shots swatted, but keep going at it. Nice take there.
Boy, oh boy, just found the seam along that baseline. Van Kaulenberg now with 7. Somehow I think Mike Kimberly's going to, I think they need to slow it down a little bit, don't you? Is Van Offeren, though, short, rebound. You can't run with Kaukauna. Kaukana's playing at a pace that it, like, good cut. And we're going to say no foul, just knocked out of bounds.
And Krause was laying on the out of bounds line there when the ball came down and landed on top of him there, Brett.
Kaukauna, the FVA champ, 16-2 record. Goes first league title since 2016. Remember Jordan McCabe? I believe he was a sophomore on that team. They won the D2 state title. That was Kaukana's 6th championship. They've won or shared the FVA title 6 times. Ten-point lead. The Ghosts line trying to add to it is Van Kaulenberg. Oh, I think he was trying to size up a shot, but that was stolen, knocked away, I think, by Van Offeren. This time, Cullen wisely kicks out to Wilds. Grabner, he'll take that from the corner. He can hit it. Just a little off the mark there, but nice rebound. Second chance opportunity now for the Papermakers. Van Offeren, he does a good job on the glass, Mike. Working against Groff, he's trying to get that 3rd foul. Good job by Groff to hold his feet. That's dangerous, but the right idea by Van Offeren.
Absolutely.
To attack Groff with those 2 fouls. Look at that pull up. Oh, boy, he's red hot. Van Kaulenberg, 9 points now. My, oh, my. I mean, you got to be in his face everywhere. But again, Kaukauna, Mike, does such a good job of screening him open as Cullen now with the take, and Cullen with 4.
Well, and it's easier said than done to stay in Van Kaulenberg's face. He's so quick off the dribble.
Oh, look at this shot. Wow. Baseline jumper. 11 for Van Kaulenberg. And are we going to see another special night by the senior, because he's off and running right now? I mean, he needs no limited space.
Yeah, he elevates good on his shot, Brett. Shoots at the highest point.
This offense is just for Kaukauna, just humming so well. It's really fun to watch how well they play together and set each other up for good shots. You almost feel if you're Kimberly down 12, I'd say panic mode, but can you keep up? I mean, it's tough. Oh, and Cullen now, who's red hot. Cullen with 7. First 3-point bucket of the night for the Papermakers. And a big one at that. Look at this, Van Kaulenberg. I thought if that would have gone in, Darn near did.
He didn't hesitate.
Grabner, he's open from the wing. Got it. Look at this. And the Papermakers now. And you can see a timeout this time for Mike Shallow.
Just when we start giving Kaukauna all the praise, 2 quick 3-pointers by Kimberly, Brett. Just like that, it's down to a 6-point game.
Yeah, Grabner now with 7 and a 2-possession game, no doubt about it. There's a good look at Mike Shallow. Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Famer comes into tonight, Mike. 585 career victories. Only 8 coaches in state history have earned 600 career coaching wins. Of course, he's led the Ghosts to those 2 Division II state titles in 2016 and 2018. 30th season at Kaukauna, where he has won 482 games, and this is his 38th season coaching overall. He is the FEA Coach of the Year this season. What a career. Really a legendary coach, Mike Shallow.
He is, and he looks like a young man.
He looks good,
I guess
right?
When you win most of your games, it doesn't age you as fast as losing games does.
I see they've kind of loosened up the dress attire. They used to always wear white shirts, dress shirts, right, dark pants. Now they're in that little more casual look for the Ghosts. But what a career for Mike Shallow. Still going strong, as you said. And there's a 2-handed slam on the bounce pass to Jensen. Nice little set play coming out of that timeout. Jensen now with 8. Grabner, tough take off the glass with contact. You can hear the Kimberly fans a little boo.
Definitely.
Thought there should have been a call maybe.
Yeah, definitely some contact there.
Oh, look at this. Jensen now back-to-back buckets inside. And I wonder if that was a little point of emphasis in the huddle. Hey, let's get it inside. We've got a nice advantage there with our bigs.
I think the difference we're seeing, Brett, is Kimberly has to work really hard to get its shots.
Yeah.
Whereas Kaukauna, they can beat you off the dribble, or they can get open looks from their set plays.
And score really in different, all areas. They're not just relying. We've seen inside game. We've seen the 3, and of course we've seen those pull-ups from Van Kauenberg. You're right. It's got to be frustrating to try to keep up with this offense right now because, again, really humming. They come out lights out again here tonight.
As soon as we say that, now they go into patience mode here.
Yeah, but still working for that shot. Look at this turnaround, tough jumper. Pretty good defense there. Very good defense, actually, by the Papermakers to force a tough shot for Van Kauenberg. Let's see if the Papermakers, now Cullen, he's been feeling it. Got it! He's been hot.
His second 3, Brett, he's up to 10 points.
Yeah, working off a screen and no hesitation.
Van Kauenberg came down the court after that last offensive trip holding his right elbow, Brett.
Okay.
He might have banged elbows with the defender on the last trip.
Well, let's see if he lets one fly right here. We know it's okay.
Good ball movement there.
McMullen, very good ball movement. You know if Kaukauna will take that shot every time. Cullen and Grabner with the 3-pointers so far. There's a steal there by number 11 coming off the bench. I'll get a name on that. He's going to let it fly as well. Tyler Schwalbach.
And he hits the shot.
The freshman knocking it down.
Come on. Now they got freshmen coming off the bench scoring.
Yeah, he's going to be a good
fair.
one, isn't he? 5 triples for the Ghosts I have right now. Cullen working off that screen. Oh, he's red hot. Nice little handoff from Krause. And Cullen now with, 3, 6, 9, 13 points. Van Kauenberg, and here we go. Boy, oh boy, this is crazy. Van Kauenberg with 14.
Crazy, but not unexpected, Brett. This is the way Kaukauna plays, and Kimberly just has to see if it can keep up.
Well, you got to hope that they cool off, right? Cullen's been red hot. Got it! Aaron Cullen, sizzling hot right now. He's feeling it. And Cullen with 16 this half.
I'm going to run out of room in my scorebook in the 3-pointers column for Cullen. He's up to 4 already.
Keeping the Papermakers into it. McMullen. And, I thought that was going to go down off the side of the backboard.
Looked good from our angle.
It sure did.
This is fun, Brett.
I guess. You like offense. This is the game to watch here in the sectional semifinal game. You can see Groff trying to trail Cullen. Now Grabner working on Jensen. Tough shot, high over Jensen, Grabner. And not panicking on that, Mike. 9 points for Grabner. He had to kind of rainbow that over the outstretched arms of of Jensen. We're going to finally get our first foul of the game against Kimberly.
Yeah, that was 6-9 on 6-9, Brett, on the other end, and Grabner's patience won out.
Looks like Wilds picks up the foul. Ooh.
Only 3 fouls been called this entire half. Is that right, Brett?
Pretty clean half.
They're letting them play. Let these FBA rivals play. Let them decide the outcome.
Van Kauenberg again, that 2-man game to Jensen, but good job, good double in the post. Little shot fake by Van Kauenberg. Watch out. Maybe too much time, huh?
Wasn't quite ready to put that up there after he did that little jump step to the right. A little off balance, I think.
Wilds attacks off the glass, and the Papermakers within 3. 6 points for Wilds. And we're going to get a timeout for the Ghosts. Mike Shallow taking another 30-second timeout. This nice run by Kimberly.
Cullen and Grabner, Brett, just doing it on the offensive end for Kimberly.
I think I misspoke before. Kimberly or Kaukauna looking to get to the state tournament for the first time since 18.
Yeah, they won in 16
right.
when Jordan McCabe was a sophomore.
Right.
Didn't go in 17, and then they won Division II again in 18.
Yep, so Kaukauna 2 wins away from its first state tournament appearance since 2018. Like you said, won the D2 title in that thriller against Milwaukee, Washington. Jordan McCabe had that shot in the waning moments that fell in, attacked the rim when I was there covering the game. Ghosts winning that one 76-74. That was a legendary shot, and McCabe really big down the stretch. Of course, he's an assistant coach at UW Green Bay, where Keegan Van Kauenberg will play at the next level. Kimberly, they made it to state the last trip 2021 when it finished as the state runners-up in D1 under former head coach Lucky Wirtz. Remember, they had to play 2 games that day. It was still kind of during that COVID stretch. That was down at Oshkosh, at the Oshkosh Arena. So recent trips for both of these teams. Again, a little set play coming out. Offensive foul on Jensen. Maybe a little bit of a hip check, maybe, or lowering that shoulder.
Yeah, I guess he would have liked to have seen Jensen after he caught it just go straight up with the shot, but he decided to bring the ball down and get a little closer to the basket, and he initiated the contact.
So 3rd team foul only. Very low amount of fouls, 4 combined, as we're reaching that 3-minute mark here in the first half. A chance for the Papermakers to maybe tie this. They're going to let it fly. That's Keegan Blue off the bench. A triple, and we're tied up, Mike. 38 apiece.
6 3-pointers for Kimberly now, Brett.
This was a 10 or 12? What was the largest lead? Was it 12?
I think it was 12.
And for Kaukauna, now Kimberly been red hot from distance. We're a tie game if we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Jensen working hard on, wow, tough move against Van Offeren. I don't know how you defend that. Tough move, 10 points for Jensen. Cullen looking for it, he's feeling it. Blue just hit the 3, but he's guarded by Jensen. I think you're Kimberly, just stay patient. Oh, nice move by Van Offeren, but good double, tough off the glass, good defense. Good defense by the Ghosts there along that baseline. I thought Van Offeren had the bucket there for a second with that spin move. There you can see Van Offeren against Van Kauenberg. Van Kauenberg, I thought maybe he'd take it. Oh, look at this, the crowd getting into it. Or was that Krause guarding? Might have been Krause defending. 33, not 23. Van Kauenberg, whoa, wow. I mean, it looks effortless, Mike.
His 3rd 3 of the half, Brett, up to 17 points.
Looks effortless when he shoots it. Doesn't make it look any, there's just no difficulty in that form, that shot. So smooth.
He's certainly doesn't look like he plays with any stress. He looks very relaxed on the court.
Blue, tough take! Count the basket. He'll go to the line for the three-point play.
Schwalbach picks up the foul there, Brett.
So Plu doing some good work off the bench. 6'1" junior guard, of course, running back for the football team, so he's got that physical nature to him. And the lefty short on the free throw attempt. Minute to go here in a great first half between these two FBA rivals. Sectional semifinal. Winner goes on to the final. Looks like we're going to get a call on Kimberly.
Van Offord whistled for that one, Brett. His first. This is normally where you would say, do you play for one shot? But with Kaukauna, no way.
No. I thought maybe coming off that screen, Van Kaulenberg was going to let it fly there. You see Wilds now defending Van Kaulenberg. Van Kaulenberg with 17 first half points. And he's going to let it go. That one is off the mark. Rebound. That's going to stay with Kaukauna. I think that's the right call. Looked like it was knocked away by the Kimberly player.
Yeah, I know Van Kaulenberg's got the green light obviously all the time. I wasn't real fond of that shot there. Looked a little rushed.
He's trying to work underneath. And with 35 seconds to go, yeah, let's see. Rehrig now with it. Inside to Graf. Trying to get, that's just too good. Too good of a move. Too strong for Graf. Too good. Graf now with 4. I would think Kimberly wants to hold. You can see, trying to look at the bench, if the paper maker's just saying, let's hold for one shot here and maybe make it a one-possession game at the half. I think they'd be very happy, Mike, with that, considering they were down 12.
Down 12. They've lost to Kaukauna by 19 both times.
3 seconds. Mikey Wilds, a little floater off the glass, rims out. And that's how the first half comes to a close. Fun first half here at Suamico. And we got ourselves a battle here at the half for sure. Yeah, you want offense, you got offense.
Entertaining first half, Brett. I think pretty much what we expected there. Maybe a little more high scoring for Kimberly than you might have expected coming in, but they hung right with Kaukauna.
Keeping pace. Well, I tell you what, it's halftime here at Bayport High Schools. We look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Kaukauna leading 45-40 in the sectional semifinal game. We'll talk more about tonight's game and everything that we have coming up digitally, which includes a lot of state girls basketball coverage from Ricardo and Mike coming up as well. We'll talk all about what's going on here after these short messages.
At Cellcom, we live, work, and play right here in Wisconsin. That's why we use our wireless technology to help protect this place we call home. That's technology with a heartbeat.
Promote your business, unite your team, or just get your name out there with help from the professionals at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, we have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your business or organization. We can put your logo, name, or anything else you want on any article of clothing. From embroidery and screen printing to graphic design and heat press services, we've got you covered. Call today.
Welcome back to Bayport High School, Suamico, Wisconsin. And as you can see by our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, we got a great game here, 45-40. Kaukauna leading Kimberly in this WIAA Division I boys basketball sectional semifinal game. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Cellcom, Piggly Wiggly, and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Now through March 17th, that's in just 4 more days, right? At Cellcom, new and existing customers can get the new iPhone 16e on them. Visit Cellcom.com for details. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. And Cooney's, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Visit them online at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear.com. Mike, what do you think about this one so far?
Exciting ball game, Brett. For a while there, it looked like Kimberly didn't have an answer for Keegan Van Cauwenberg, which a lot of teams haven't had an answer for him this year.
Not at all.
Looked like they couldn't stop Jensen for a while either. But then suddenly, they got hot. Aaron Cullen just went off for the Papermakers with 16 in the first half, and then Ben Grabner hit some big shots. And, obviously it looked like Kimberly was kind of playing catch-up the first half, and they were. But to only be down by 5 points right now at the half, I think I wouldn't say they're happy about it, but they got to be feeling like we're in the game and we can win this game.
Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments can be made at half. I mean, it's easier said than done when you got an offensive machine like Kaukauna. But, boy, yeah, Kimberly really rolling, and Kimberly got red hot with those 3-point shots. Aaron Cullen had 3 triples. Keegan Plew came off the bench and hit a big 3-pointer, and then Grabner knocked down a triple as well. So hoping we get another 18 minutes of good basketball, good offensive basketball, and see who ends up moving on to Saturday's sectional finals game. Again, winner of this one takes on either Marshfield or 6th-ranked Eau Claire Memorial. That's right now, I imagine that'll stay. That's set at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Saturday. Haven't seen a tip time for that. That looks like it's to be determined, but probably an afternoon game. It very well could be. Let's say if Kimberly goes on, that could be also coincide with the fact that the Papermakers girls could be playing in the state championship game that night as well. So that's going to be fun. You got Kimberly and Appleton East girls playing in one semifinal in D1 on Friday night, and then the Classic 8 on the other side, Muskego and Arrowhead. So that should be some good girls basketball.
Brett, a little quick score update. Division 3, Freedom 32, Wrightstown 26.
Okay.
Late in the first half.
Rivalry game there. You figure that'll be close. Of course, Freedom, second ranked in Division 3 behind Milwaukee Academy of Sciences. Other D1 games of note, Fondy and Oshkosh North. That's a big one in the in another FBA battle. And then for the FRCC fans that might be checking in, I've got it linked to the Green Bay Press Gazette, this game as well, since we're at Bayport up here, De Pere and Sheboygan North. De Pere, Fond du Lac De Pere Oshkosh North sectional final could be very interesting as well. And then in D2, Notre Dame and Pulaski. That's another big game.
Pulaski upset Ashwaubenon in the regional. Another score update, Brett. That Marshfield Eau Claire Memorial game tied 18-18 late in the first half, the last update. So that's a low-scoring one compared to the game we got going on here.
Jesperson for Eau Claire Memorial, good player. And then Rosie and I saw Marshfield last year in that sectional final against Neenah. That was a great game that Neenah pulled out at the end at Spash. That was at Stevens Point. And we were really impressed with Marshfield. We knew they had some pieces coming back. So they're the Wisconsin Valley Conference champs. Although they barely beat Spash in a regional final. I think that was a 2-point game. So we'll see how that all plays out. But that's a good game, Marshfield and Eau Claire Memorial. And winner of that one plays the winner of this one. Some interesting notes. I want to thank Brian Repke with the Kaukauna basketball program. Some interesting stuff. Keegan Van Cauwenberg, he came into tonight's game, Mike, 1,442 points for his career. That ranks 3rd all-time in program history. Jordan McCabe, of course, 2,436. He is the leader, one of the state's leaders as well. And then Chris Morgan, who's playing at Purdue Fort Wayne at the next level, 1,514 points. So Keegan Van Cauwenberg having a heck of a career. Andrew Jensen coming in 13th all-time in scoring in Kaukauna history, 914 points. He also averages 2.4 blocks per game. And Caden Groff, honorable mention all conference. By the way, Andrew Jensen and Keegan Van Cauwenberg, unanimous first team all FVA, and Keegan Van Cauwenberg. That's a repeat honor for him. Jensen on the all-defensive team in the league as well. But Caden Groff, really interesting stat. He had only 40 points coming into his junior game last season, and he has had a sensational senior season, averaging 11.5 points per game as a very, very key member of this Kaukauna Galloping Ghost team that's ranked 4th in the state right now. And he's a honorable mention all-conference selection.
Of course, Xavier Mitchell from Oshkosh North was voted your player of the year in the FVA this year.
Well deserved, well deserved.
Absolutely. Any other year, Van Cauwenberg, I think, would have been a shoe-in for an award, but Xavier Mitchell, who's headed to Iowa State and is a finalist for the Mr. Basketball Award, he got the nod this year from the FVA coaches.
Tough to ignore one of your players in the league being a Mr. Basketball finalist and then not getting the Conference Player of the Year award as well. But
correct.
Some great talent again this season. Been fun. Scores for Kimberly this first half: Cullen with 16, Wilds with 6, Van Offeren 4, Plough with 5, and Grabner with 9. For Kaukauna, McMullen 6, Groff with 4, Jensen 12, Schwalbach 3, Rarig 3, and Van Cauwenberg with 17.
Just looking at my scorebook, Brett, is that right? Kaukauna did not make a free throw? Did they attempt one even?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only 4 fouls, I think, in that first half combined, or 5, I guess. Yeah. Nothing for Kaukauna, and I have just 2 of 3 for Kimberly. Van Offeren 2 of 2, and then Plough missed the free throw going for the 3-point play. Some interesting historical notes here, again, courtesy of Brian Repke of Kaukauna Basketball. In 2004, Kimberly beat Kaukauna in double overtime in a sectional championship at Old Brown County Arena. And then in 05, the very next season, Kimberly beat Kaukauna in a sectional championship as well, also at the Brown County Arena. So some history between these two teams, of course, when it comes to tournament play. Boy, I remember covering some sectional games at the Brown County Arena. What an atmosphere that was.
Yeah, those were great games. And then they used to do some double headers at Culp Sports Center
on
the UW Oshkosh campus as well. I know there's a lot of people are pining for those days where they would come to bring those back, some of those like doubleheader sectional semifinal nights, but
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen, but those were some fun times. But this is a fun time here tonight too.
No doubt, very good atmosphere still. But yeah, I remember covering those games at Culp. I mean, that place was packed. You had 4 teams, and it was in quadrants where the fans could sit. I remember writing stories in the hallway in the basement of Culp, and good stuff. That was good memories. Glad I got a chance to cover those games, and glad we're here tonight. Second half underway. Kimberly with the ball to start. Krause with it. Good patience. Nothing there for Kimberly.
Krause hasn't scored yet, Brett. That's a little surprising.
Oh, tough shot for Wilds. The reverse. Had it, but maybe a little bit too far to try to extend. Now Van Cauwenberg kicks out. Rarig, good close out. And Groff working against Grabner there in the post.
These numbers throw me off, Brett. Groff is 1 and Jensen is 5. Usually those are reserved for the shorter players.
Right.
Nothing small about either of those two.
I'm guessing after Jensen's a junior, right? Didn't they retire McCabe's number? He was number 5. I wonder if Jensen will wear another number next season. Well, I thought they were talking about anyway, because they had a Jordan McCabe night.
Yeah, they had a ceremony, and then they said they were going to retire the jersey in the offseason.
Okay. So I wonder if Jensen will wear another number next season. Off the glass. Nope. Hey, okay. So now we start the second half cold. Both teams were red hot in the first half.
Yeah, I think he was caught in between there of deciding if he was going to use the glass or not.
Oh, tough take. Wilds going against Van Cauwenberg. And our first points of the second half. Wilds now with 8.
And back to a one-possession game.
I thought Van Cauwenberg was going to take it. Said Rary going to let it fly. Rims out. That looked pretty good from here. I thought that was going to be nothing but net.
Graff got the ball on the block right there. If he turned and looked at the basket, he was wide open, but he was already had his mind set up to kick the ball out.
One possession game in the sectional semifinal. Oh, tough pass. And we're going to get a hole. Is that Graf? Is that a Graf? That's his third, I believe.
That's his
That
third.
is. He picks up foul number 3. And now what does Mike Shallow want to do? He's just going to keep his guy in. It looks like it.
Good call. It was a good call there. He hooked him with his arm.
Now maybe a little less aggressiveness defensively as Cullen got it. Aaron Cullen having a night. 19 points, and we're tied up. Another three-pointer for Cullen. Wow.
His 5th.
Talk about making it look effortless on his shot, right? Pure shooter, Aaron Cullen. Kaukauna as much as a 12-point lead in that first half, and here we are tied up as Graf. Leaner blocked by Grell. They're going to say a foul on Grabner instead. That'll be his first. And that should send Graf to the line.
I think the initial block was clean, Brett, it looked like, but then Grabner came down. When he extended on the block, he came down and caught the arm.
So 2 shots coming for the senior.
He's got such long arms. 6'9" with those long arms, it's hard to not make contact, I think.
First trip to the stripe this game for Kaukauna. Graf misses the first. One of 2 for the senior. And Graf will take a seat, Mike, with those 3 fouls. I think that's a good move. You don't want him to pick up a 4th here with, I mean, you got 15-23 still to go in this game. That's a ton of time.
Yeah, you'd like to have the senior on the court for this second half, but now they're going to need to get some good minutes from the freshman, Schwabach.
Yeah, he's a good-looking player. Oh, great grab. That's going to be off of Van Offeren. Trying to make a move. Kind of came down awkwardly, too. Good thing that he's fine. Boy, Van Offeren, strong kid, huh?
Yeah. Talented football player in the fall for the Papermakers.
Yeah, he's been in double figures, 22 games so far. Had a career-high 31 points in Kimberly's 81-70 victory over Appleton North on February 7th. Talking about Van Offeren. Had 18 rebounds in that game, a first-team All-FEA selection. Heck of a season for the senior. And looked like Schwabach just kind of got caught in no man's land there. Krause, spin move, tough. Some contact there, but they'll let him play on. And Kimberly with it. Van Offeren going to let it fly. Short on that.
I'm not sure that's necessarily his strong suit, Brett, shooting those 3-pointers. He can do it, but...
More the free throw in, yeah, I think is where he's so good.
But he was wide open. You got to take it. You know, you can't be turning down wide open shots.
So athletic, tough in the post, in the paint. Free throw line in, as I said. Good closeout by Cullen. And pace is kind of lessened here a little bit here to open the second half. Nice bounce pass, good. Hands by Van Offeren. What are we going to say? Turnover. Looked like it was there. I thought it was there for McMullen, but that was a good job, I think, by Van Offeren, Mike, to close that passing lane off and then knock it out of bounds off of Kaukauna. Good defense.
Kimberly has stepped up its defense, Brett, the last few minutes of the first half and then now the second half.
Cullen, another triple for Cullen and Kimberly. Mike, is that Kimberly's first lead of the night?
It is.
22 points for Cullen, who's unconscious here tonight. Bounce pass. This time McMullen. Too long on that, and it's a rebound by Van Offeren. 6 triples for Cullen, Mike. And if you're Kaukauna, boy, you got to figure out a way to slow this guy down. And we're going to get a jump ball. That's the call. It's Kaukana's ball. Good tie up there defensively. I think that's a good call. Cullen was trying to make a move, step through, but the defender did grab that basketball and force the tie up. Crew's doing a nice job tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Letting them play.
Yep. And this is only going to dial up intensity-wise here with a 2-point game nearing that 13-minute mark. Van Cowenberg, he's cooled off a little bit.
He has, for sure.
That's a good shot, though. I thought that was going to fall. And I thought they were going to call a timeout. Looked like Coach Hoffensberger. Instead, he was calling for the play. Graf with the steal, who's back in, and there's a one-handed flush. Graf doing it all there. Steal and the dunk. And I think Mike Shallow recognizing that we need our main guy in, right? Groff, even though with those 3 fouls, he sat out briefly but comes in with a big steal now. And the dunk, we're all tied up. Wilds, little fadeaway. Rebound is to Kaukauna. Now the Ghosts with a chance to take the lead. Back and forth we go in this great sectional semifinal showdown. Groff, the bounce pass from Van Cauwenberg, and now Groff with a couple buckets after coming back onto the floor, Mike.
Good pass.
Bringing that defense up, right? You got to pay attention to Van Cauwenberg, and he just nice little bounce pass. Wilds, tough take against Groff with those 3 fouls. Wilds now with 10, and we're tied up again. What a game. I feel like at some point they're coming off the screen. That's going to be, oh, I thought it was a little long. Instead it rattled down for Van Cauwenberg. His first points of the second half, he's got 20. From our vantage point, I thought that was going to hit the heel of the rim, but it goes down. I was going to wonder when one of these coaches maybe wants to take a timeout just to catch your breath. Grabner with the bucket and the foul. Wow, what a move. 11 for Grabner and a chance to tie the game again.
This is a heavyweight fight, Brett. They're just trading blows out there.
Schwalbach picks up the foul. Yeah, that's a good analogy, Mike. Back and forth we go. And Grabner knocks it down. We are tied up, and there's a full timeout for Kimberly, Mike. I think that's a good timeout just to catch your breath here a little bit.
Yeah, Kimberly got Kaukauna in a mismatch there. Grabner on Schwalbach. That's not going to work if you're the Kaukauna defense.
Full timeout, and there's a good look at Josh Hoffensberger, the interim coach. Took over after Freddie Owen stepped down as head coach on February 22nd. That was the day after Kimberly's 98-79 loss to Kaukauna. Hoffensberger spent 8 years with the Kimberly basketball program. I know he did coach the freshman and junior varsity levels, and then was a varsity assistant for 2 seasons. Neenah graduate. I'm trying to remember when he graduated from Neenah. Also went on to play at UW Oshkosh. Papermakers 3-1 under head coach Josh Hoffensberger. So done a nice job in a tough situation. Has his team tied up here in the sectional semifinal game. There's a good look at Mike Shallow again. But Josh Hoffensberger, I believe his father is Tim. And correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, but I think Tim Hoffensberger, the former head coach at Neenah way back when I started in the area in the late 90s.
Way back when.
Way back when. I think I might see Tim down there right now if I'm making the connection. But Tim Hoffensberger was the Neenah boys basketball coach when I first started. Then trying to remember who took over. I think that was Tim Locum for a year, and then Scott Anderson maybe after that for the long run for Scott Anderson, or maybe it was Scott Anderson for. My memory isn't as sharp as it used to be, Mike.
No, mine isn't either. So I don't want to say anything wrong, so I'll just listen to you.
Yeah, let me babble, right? Van Cauwenberg got it. I mean, that's a deep 3. What do you do there? And Van Cauwenberg now heating up again.
That's his 5th triple, Brett. That's the thing. He can just heat up at any time.
Wilds working tough. Oh, against Jensen. How do you stop that? He had that little hesitation, Mike, and cleared up just enough space, but that's a tough reverse shot with those long arms from Jensen. There goes Van Cauwenberg. Here he goes. And he's feeling it now. 3 triples this half. 26 points. And now we have a travel on Krause, but boy, Van Cauwenberg, Mike, he doesn't need much space. He'll shoot it from practically the volleyball line.
Yeah, we were about 5 minutes ago, we were talking about how he's cooled off, and now he's heated up again, Brett.
Hoffensberger, I got a text here. Thank you to my source. Josh Hoffensberger graduated in 2010, and Tim his father, head coach at Neenah 94 through 98. I came to Neenah, or the Valley in started covering sports in 97, so Tim was still the coach. I remember that. Tough shot by Groff, rebound Van Offren. Does Kimberly have another little run in it? Just down 4, wild spin move. Tough shot. Whoa. Boy, the shot making we're seeing here tonight, Mike. 12 points now for Wilds. In a 2-point game with under 10 to play. I mean, if you're Krause, you almost have to guard Van Kallenberg a little bit closer than that. And we're going to get a hold on Kimberly, it looks like.
I got Wilds with 14, Brett, and that's what the scoreboard says.
Okay.
If that's right, he's got 8 this half.
Okay.
Not to correct you, I'm sorry.
No, book is always unofficial. So 14 for Wilds coming off that screen. Van Kallenberg again doesn't get the shooter's touch there. Boy, oh boy. Beautiful look. Just pull up from wherever on the floor. Good, excellent form. Look at Wilds. Got it!
He is feeling it, Brett.
10 points this half, 16 on the night. And we're tied up again halfway through this second half. Turnover. I think Jensen maybe some miscommunication. Bounce pass. Krause, good hands to keep it. Cullen, shot fake. He's been red hot. Oh, rims out. And Jensen has it. You'll take that shot absolutely with how Cullen has been shooting. He's got 22 points here tonight. Nice no look. McMullen from the corner. Off the mark. Loose ball. Van Offeren. Does Kimberly want to run? Wilds, little hook shot. No good.
If you're Kaukauna, Brett, I think you need to get some looks to Jensen down low or some scoring from somebody else. Van Kallenberg's been hot, but he's pretty much been the only one scoring this half for him.
See Mike Shallow calling something from the sideline.
And right like that, Jensen down on the block.
That's good defense. Teofilo with the double team along with Van Offeren. Now Cullen, tough take. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. That's going to go against McMullen, and now Cullen a chance to give the Papermakers the lead.
I think Cullen got fouled about 20 feet from the basket, Brett, and then got fouled as he got closer as well.
What a battle here tonight. And Cullen with 22 points, his first trip to the free throw line. Not a lot of fouls here in this game. And gets the shooter's touch there. Now Cullen with 23 points. Boy, you think about all the games we've done this season. We've had some excellent barn burners. And this one shaping up to be the same here again as Cullen 1 of 2 from the line. Good
nice
pass. Yeah, beautiful feed. Van Kallenberg to Jensen. Jensen, his first hoop of the half, and he's got 14. Now Kimberly up, or I should say Kaukauna up 1.
Yeah, we said they needed to find somebody besides Van Kallenberg, and 2 trips down in a row to go to Jensen.
That's Teofilo, or along on that one, but an offensive rebound, long rebound off that miss. You can see number 0, that is Jake Teofilo, a 6'5" senior center. Playing some good minutes off the bench for Kimberly. Cullen coming off the screen. Got another one! Another triple for Cullen. What a night!
7th three-pointer for Cullen, Brett.
And 26 points. Nice two-man game there. Jensen fouled, and he's going to the line. Great feed from Van Kallenberg. Teofilo picks up the foul. And now Jensen a chance to give Kaukauna the lead. Yeah, again, I was right, Mike. Ron Einerson for the long time, 1969 through 93, the Neenah boys coach. Then Tim Hoffensberger, 94 through 98. Tim Locum, 99, I remember that. Scott Anderson, Chaz Pronczynski, Aaron Shaw for the 1 year, Scott Bork, and now Lee Rubbis. Boy, talk about some good coaches in that line, huh?
No kidding.
I wonder why Neenah has had such great basketball success. Excellent group of coaches right there. Jensen completes the three-point play, and the Ghosts now up. What are we seeing, a 1-3-1, Mike, for Kaukauna?
Yeah, you can't let Cullen be open on the floor. Although he's on the bench now. Getting a little rest here get them back in soon, I would think.
Kimberly's got 3 timeouts with 6:58. Don't know if Papermakers want to talk things over and figure out a way to attack this 1-3-1. Let's see if
you're Kimberly, where does your offense come from right now, Brett? Cullen and Grabner both on the bench.
Well, Plu short on that. Rebound. Oh, Van Offren somehow. He's trying to go up. What a finish for Van Offren, and what a rebound. His first hoop of the half. He's got 6. Mike, that's just strength right there.
6'4", but he plays bigger than that, and he did it on that play.
Wow. Good kick out. Nice bounce. Oh, good ball movement. There's Van Kauenberg short on that, but you got to love the ball movement if you're Kaukauna there.
Absolutely.
Wide open shot. Krause got it. Oh, my goodness. His first hoop of the game. All these three-pointers by the Papermakers, their largest lead of the night as we near the 6-minute mark of the second half. Defense, double, and they're going to get, who's that going to be on? That's going to be the 4th team foul. That's going to be on Van Offren. That'll be his 2nd. You see Jensen getting that ball in the low post. Teofilo coming in for that double team. It's a little too much contact. As Teofilo now sits down. Good minutes by him, and Ben Grabner now back in the game for Kimberly. Van Kauenberg again working off that screen, but good defense by Krause on Van Kauenberg. Gonna try to work it again. Nice little. Oh, and now we're going to call another foul here. Okay. That's the 5th team foul against Kimberly. Who's that going to be on? That's going to be on Krause.
His first, Brett. Cullen checks back into the game with 5:44 to go here, Brett. If you're Kimberly, if you would have told anybody from Kimberly you'd be up 4 with 5:44 to go, you would say,
we'll take it.
We'll take that to the bank.
We'll take it, especially with how well they've been playing.
Travel,
and that's going to be a travel. That's a good call. Remember, they went over to Holman, won that game. Holman was a 4 seed maybe in the sectional, I want to say.
Yeah, it was 4 against 13 in that game. But I remember telling Ricardo, I said, Kimberly's going to go to Holman and win that game. So
strength of conference, right?
Exactly.
FBA versus the Mississippi Valley, I believe Holman is in. And then you've got, of course, the win against Appleton North. Ooh, Grabner thought about it. And we'll hand off to Wilds. 5:20, clock continuing to run. There's a kick out. Wilds going to take it. Got it! Oh, boy! Mikey Wilds and Aaron Cullen. That was a great pass out of the post. And look at this, a 7-point lead and a full timeout for Kaukauna. Kaukauna in trouble.
Brett, Kimberly has played all night like it had nothing to lose, and it doesn't. Just an incredible game for Cullen, for Wilds. But up and down the lineup today, Brett, Kimberly has gotten contributions from so many players today.
Mike, I've got 11 three-pointers for Kimberly so far, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this half. Wilds has 19, Cullen with 26. Cullen has 7 of those threes. Wilds has 1. Plu has 1. Krause has 1, and Grabner has 1. My goodness, that is. Remember, they were down 12, and now they're up 7. That's a 19-point swing. Van Offren and Wilds, first team all defensive members this past season in football. Van Offren, a standout outside linebacker. Wilds shined at cornerback. As I said, Plu, running back. He was a first teamer. Bringing some of that football mentality here.
Starting to see some nervous looks on the faces of the Kaukauna.
Offensive foul on the Ghost as well, and all of a sudden, it tightens up a little bit, doesn't it? That's going to be on Van Kauenberg. .5:02 to play, full court look.
Little
little bit.
Little token pressure, as they say.
You know, if you're Kimberly, you want to kind of keep doing what you're doing, but it's kind of tempting to try to run some clock as well.
Absolutely.
You know, not a ton, but milk as much as you can. As Grabner going up and under. Tough move. Oh, good rebound. I thought that was going to fall, Mike.
Yeah, he had the size advantage on Schwalbach down low again. Just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Again, Kallenberg knocked away by Grabner. Remember Van Kaulenberg, a 56-point game in that February 21st matchup with Kimberly. The last time these two teams played, that was a game we streamed. 20 of 31 shooting, 8 of 10 from three-point range. Also sank all 8 of his free throw attempts. Chris Morgan was the record holder. There's a miss by McMullen. He had 52 points in a single game now at Purdue Fort Wayne. 56 for Van Kaulenberg back then. Going to need that here in the last 4 minutes, and we're going to get a foul on Rarig. His first, team's 5th.
If you're just joining us, and we hope you were with us this entire game, this is a 12-win Kimberly team leading by 7 over the number 1 seed.
And the 4th-ranked team in the state.
And the 4th-ranked team in the state that beat Kimberly twice this year by 19 points both times. And if you're just joining us, Kaukauna led by 12 in the first half.
Good timeout by Coach Hoffensberger. That'll be a full timeout for Kimberly. So I've got Kimberly with a full and a 30, I believe, 2 timeouts remaining, and I have 2 fulls for Kaukauna. Yeah, Kaukauna, during the 16-game winning streak, the Ghosts, they've outscored their opponents on average 80.9 to 58.3. And coming into tonight's game, I should say, Kaukauna with 244 three-pointers made. That ranks as the 9th most in the state in all divisions. Ghosts shooting 45% from distance. They're going to need some of those to fall here in the last 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Van Kaulenberg, he had 90. These are totals coming into the game. 95 coming in. Brody McMullen 59. Rarig 42. So see what happens here. But this would be it would have to be a stunner if Kimberly holds off and wins this game.
Well, absolutely. I told you, it's my mojo. I was with you in Hartford when the Kimberly girls pulled off the miracle with the Ava Van Vonderen shot heard around the state. I think somebody called it that. And now you got the Kimberly boys up 7 with 3:53 to go. Long way to go, though.
Oshkosh North leading Fond du Lac 46-31. Likely setting up an Oshkosh North to Pierce sectional final on Saturday. That'll be a whale of a game. Oh, and that's going to be Groff. That's his 4th. That is Groff's 4th foul now. Just inadvertent.
Pretty good job of selling it there, but definitely a little contact to the face.
So his 4th now. He'll have to stay in the game, obviously, down 7 with 3:45 to play. And Kimberly trying to get it in, and they do. Wilds in attack mode. And I think Kimberly just content right now to kind of run some clock here. Up 7, you're up 3 possessions. Double team, near steal, and Van Offeren somehow finds a loose ball. You can tell they're trying to play a little keep away right now, Mike, and run this clock.
Yeah, you don't want to get too stagnant, but yeah, you're up 7, run some clock.
And 16 fouls against the Ghosts, so a chance to get to the free throw line in the bonus situation here. Watch out, there's a turnover there. Miscommunication between Van Offeren and Grabner. 3:09 to play, big turnover.
A little too much standing. I know they were trying to run clock there, Brett. It looked like a couple of the Kimberly players on the wings. They had backdoor cuts open if they chose to cut to the basket. Instead, they turned it over.
Jensen going up. Oh, count the basket. What a finish for Jensen. How did that go down? Just said, I'm going to lower my shoulder, lower my head. I'm attacking the rim, and he gets it to fall. What a tough basket by Jensen.
Helps to be 6'9", and strong as Jensen is, Brett, he just was not going to be denied on that.
Grabner with the foul, so a 5-point game with 2:59 to play. Jensen, he's 1 of 1. He's got 19 points, looking to hit number 20 with this free throw. And piece of cake. That's a big 3-point play. Still a 2-possession game. Here comes that full court press, Mike.
Jensen at 6'9", guarding the inbounds there.
Whoa, it's just stolen! Stolen, and a two-handed flush! A two-handed flush by Jensen. Van Kaulenberg had the steal.
They've got the numbers now, though.
Bounce pass, Grabner, blocked, and it's going to stay with Kimberly. The Kimberly fans, they want the foul. But 5 straight points here by the Ghosts.
I think Grabner got away with one there, Brett. He was 6'9", so it may have looked clean up top, but there was a lot of contact down low.
Trying to get it in. Now, what are the Papermakers going to do? 3-point play by Jensen, then the turnover, the steal by Van Kaulenberg. Near steal there. They got to call a timeout here, maybe. No, Cullen up. Oh, what a finish by Cullen. The 3-point sharpshooter attacking the baseline for a big bucket. He's got 28. And it's a 2-possession game again with a little over 2 minutes to play. Van Kaulenberg looking for an opening. Tough shot. Got it. What a basket by Van Kaulenberg. Cold-blooded.
I was going to say ice water in the veins right there.
Krause thought about it. He's double-teamed, and I think that's going to be a timeout. I thought maybe we were going to call a foul. Kimberly calls a timeout with 1:49 to play. Looks like a 30-second timeout. Holy smokes, Mike.
It's okay. I took my blood pressure medicine this morning. I can handle this.
Two-point lead for Kimberly. Remember, they led by as many as 7 in the big 3-point play. The basket and the foul for Jensen. Then Van Kaulenberg, basically, he just jumped up and stole the overhead pass. I think that was Cullen trying to get it over, and then the bounce pass or the feed to Jensen for the dunk. And kind of back and forth since then. Minute 49 to play. Let's see if Hoffensberger has something drawn up here coming out of this timeout. 1 timeout remaining for Kimberly. You look at both of these coaches. They're kind of cool, calm, and collected, Mike. How do they keep their blood pressure in check? Watch out. Oh, great catch by Cullen. Remember, he's a wide receiver in football.
I was going to say, use those skills right there.
Cullen. Boy, good job by Kimberly to maintain possession of this ball. Ghosts are all over this defensively.
They can get a layup here, Brad, if they.
That's going to be the 17th foul, so that's going to send Alex Krause to the line. 1-and-1 coming up.
Kimberly's got guys, Brad, underneath the basket, open for layups, but the pressure from the Kaukauna defense out top is so strong they can't see them.
So McMullen picks up his second, and Krause, Mike, a 6'4" sophomore. Boy, big free throw here. Piece of cake. That's where you trust the muscle memory. All the free throws you've shot in practice. And that's a big one. Second one coming up for Krause. He's got 4 all this half. He's got a triple now, and then the basket here at the free throw line. Let's see if he can knock the second one down. It rims out. So 1 possession game with 1.5 minutes to play. Kaukauna down 3. Who's going to take it, Mike?
I think it's going to be Jensen or Van Kaulenberg. It's pretty much been those 2 guys the second half.
Van Kaulenberg working baseline. Good ball movement. Rarick from the wing. Go! I thought that was going to go. Krause with the rebound. Kimberly doesn't have to shoot it. Watch out for Krause. He's going to go up. Tough shot. Grabner with it. And what do we have here? We're going to have a foul, and Groff is fouled out of the game. Groff has fouled out of the game. That is number 5. He didn't like the call, Mike.
No, I thought it was a tie-up, Brad. I thought that's what they were going to call.
So did I. He takes a seat with 1.2 minutes to play, and that is a big 5th foul. Caden Groff out with 5 fouls. 6'5" senior forward has to take a seat on the bench. And I believe is Grabner at the line in the bonus free throws still. That's team foul number 8 on Kaukauna. Grabner, he's 1 of 1 so far tonight.
Well, that's the thing. As bad as it is that Graff is fouled out, now you're putting Kimberly on the line with a chance to make it a 2-possession game.
Big front end coming up for the 6'9" Ben Grabner. He's played a nice game tonight again. 12 points for Grabner. He's a good shooter. And strong on that one, though. Stays a 1-possession game, under a minute to play. Boy, what a battle. These two rivals. Good ball movement. Looking for Van Kaulenberg. I feel like he's going to be the one that's going to take it, Mike. It's got to be, right?
Unless they get Jensen free down low for a layup, it's going to be Van Kaulenberg.
Jensen working against Grabner. Nope. Van Kaulenberg now with it with Krause guarding. 35 seconds to play. 3 from the corner. Short. Loose ball. Kaukauna has it. 30 seconds to go. 2 timeouts if Mike Shallow wants it. Jensen. Oh, he was open from the wing. Down to 20 seconds to play. Does Mike Shallow want a timeout? He's going to let it play on. Down to 15 seconds. Jensen from the corner. Got it with 10 seconds to play. He got it. And we have a timeout. How about Jensen knocking it down? And how about Mike Shallow, Mike trusting his team to get the shot it wanted?
Jensen did not hesitate, Brett. He was wide open. The clock was ticking down under 10 seconds. Somebody's got to shoot that at some point. Jensen had the ball in his hand.
He's got 25 now, and that's his first 3-point bucket of the game. And timeout. Was that Kimberly? Did they take the timeout? They must have, right? Yeah, they did. Final timeout taken by the Papermakers to try to set up the game winner. Boy, are we going to have another overtime here?
So much strategy, Brett. What do you do if you're Kaukauna? Do you come out in full court pressure knowing that Kimberly used its last time out and needs to get the ball in bounds? Do you pick them up at half court?
You run the risk, though, if you play that full court, to, Kimberly breaks it and somebody gets free
for an open shot. Exactly. And if you're Kimberly, who ends up with the ball in their hand, right?
Well, it could be Wilds. It could be anyone, right? Well, Cullens had a game. Cullen with 28, Wilds with 19, Grabner with 12. If you could get him loose underneath. Van Offren. Here we go. Wilds bringing it up. 5 seconds to go. Wilds working. He's going to go up. He's got to move in the baseline. Fade away. They're going to say a travel. Travel with 1.6 seconds to go. And does Kaukauna want to talk things over with those 2 timeouts, or are they just going to let it play on? Mike Shallow wants a timeout. Try to set something up. So full floor they have to go, the Ghosts, with 1.6 seconds to play. This will be a full timeout. Wow, what a game. Remember, Kimberly had a 7-point lead with a few minutes to play, I want to say.
They were up 71-64 with 3:53 to go.
Yeah. And some key turnover there, a big 3-point play. Hey, folks, by the way, we have our photographer, Bill Glasheen, here tonight. And you can definitely check out his photo gallery later tonight on postcrescent.com. He's going to get all the action. There he is. He's standing up. He's going to move. He's going to try to figure out where this last shot's going to go. But definitely check out Bill's photo gallery later tonight on postcrescent.com. He'll do a great job as always.
Brett, I don't envy you cutting up some clips for a highlight video on this game. There's been 3-pointers, there's been dunks, there's been just about everything you'd want to see, and now we might have overtime or a last-second game winner.
If we go to overtime, none of those clips in the regulation matter, so it all goes to overtime. We'll see.
I don't know. There's been some highlight reel stuff in the first almost 36 minutes. 1.6 to go, Brett. You got time to catch, maybe take one dribble, but you got to get it up quick here.
Yeah, could we see a three-quarters court buzzer beater? You never know.
And Kauenberg lined up on the other end there near the three-point line. Jensen as well. Probably have Van Kauenberg come back and get the ball if he can.
He's looking for it. Here we go, Jensen, and a timeout there. So final timeout. So they just wanted to advance the ball as close as they could get. Well done.
Well done. They only ran off .04 on the clock, so we still have over a second to go. Still time to catch and shoot.
Final timeout taken. Jensen, who just knocked down that triple, he has a D1 scholarship offers from Illinois, Marquette, UW-Milwaukee, and Southern Miss, Toledo, West Virginia as well. I have to imagine, Mike, that those are offers are gonna expand here the big summer.
Yeah, the summer will be big for him. See if he grows anymore from his 6'9" frame. Also see if he, we saw him hit the three here, Brett, but see if he develops that outside game even more. Gets more comfortable with the from long range. That's where the game's headed now.
Yeah, bigs can shoot, right? Bigs can shoot. Bigs can handle the ball. Whatever happened to the low post center, right? That you just feed them. Probably a better game that way when you got guys that can have so much skill, regardless of how tall they are. I mean, look at Victor Wembanyama from the Spurs. I mean, 7'4", he can handle the ball like a guard.
Wonder if Jensen's lined up in midcourt, but I wonder if they'll pick his guy, maybe throw a lob towards the basket to Jensen, lob it up to him.
Yeah, let's see, Mike. See if Coach Sherry is right on with that.
There
he's
goes.
going to the basket, looking for the alley. Yep, there was well defended. Van Kauenberg, he's got it, and it is off the target. Whoa, they got a shot, Mike.
They did.
They got a shot. And he can't believe, he looks exasperated. I think he thought he had it.
Was he just inside the arc on that?
By
the time he got it off, I couldn't quite
tell. But with the way he shoots, I thought for sure that was going to go down. So 4 more minutes in this sectional semifinal thriller.
Why not? You think Ricardo is wishing he was here? I know he's wishing he was here.
He's probably getting ready for St. Mary Catholic in that Division 4. So both teams get a timeout now, right? Yeah, I think they get one additional timeout. Fouls stay the same.
Brett, I'm going to try to see if I can catch up on some scores here.
Yeah, if anybody has that Marshfield Eau Claire Memorial score, again, winner of that one plays the winner of this one.
This is a late update or a while ago, but De Pere was only up 1 on Sheboygan North with 7 minutes to go.
Well, that's an FRCC game. Interesting. Well, that'd be a stunner.
Again, that was a few minutes ago, so.
Well, Kimberly's ready. They're out. Kaukauna still in their huddle, talking things over. I'm trying to think who has the advantage right now in overtime.
I was just thinking myself. I was going to ask you who has the momentum. I'm not sure if anybody does. The way that last minute played out, Brett, there, it was a lot of action, but nobody really getting the upper hand.
I feel like Kaukana's got a little bit of the momentum because if you're Kimberly, you're thinking we had a 7-point lead, a 3-possession lead late in this game. And Jensen just hits that huge triple to send it into overtime.
Yeah, I think momentum goes to whichever team hits the first bucket in overtime.
Rarig working, and Kaukauna now will reset. Remember, Caden Groff out with those 5 fouls, so that's a big blow for the Ghosts, something to keep in mind. Good ball movement. Rarig wide open from the wing. Got it! Wow! How about that to start for the Ghosts? Huge triple for Rarig. Now can the Papermakers answer? Cullen, tough take. Whoa, left hand finish. Cullen with 30. I think sometimes maybe the Ghosts are a little surprised. Oh, Van Kauenberg just lost the handle. Looking to make a move along that baseline, just slipped out of his hands. Mike, I was going to say with Cullen now, he's been hitting so many triples, I think maybe almost surprised when he attacks the rim at this point.
Yeah.
Got a couple tough, strong finishes.
Wilds has been the one more going to the basket tonight, but Cullen there.
Cullen again, tough off the glass. Boy, that was kind of altered your shot with Jensen there.
Did Jensen get a hand on it, or did that just go off the side of the backboard?
Oh, the freshman, huh? Schwalbach with a big bucket. Little crossover by Plough, working hard, and a foul on Schwalbach. Plough will be going to the line.
I think that's on Rorig.
Was it Rorig or Rarig?
Rarig. 13 guys.
Oh, yep, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So Plough at the line. Is this 1-on-1? Or is this a shooting foul?
Well, he was going up for the shot.
Yeah, the official's holding up two fingers.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a two-shot foul. I think Rarig is kind of wondering, why is it on me? What he's saying. I thought it was on Schwalbach. 2 shots coming for the lefty, Plough, and got the first. That's a big one. Plough now with 6. And Plough makes it look easy. 2 huge free throws for Plough. 1 point lead for the Ghosts. About halfway through overtime. Trying to work it to Jensen in the post, working, kicks out, 3 again, off the mark there. Good look for McMullen. Good defense by Van Offeren against Jensen.
McMullen a good shooter, Brett, but his shot hasn't been going down for him this second half.
Wilds, tough take, left hand and in. He just fought through that, Mike. And we've seen Wilds doing that all night long, and look at this. Kimberly up 1 with 1:40 to play. Van Offeren fronting Jensen there. I wonder if these kids are getting a little tired too. You think again, Kaukauna doesn't go real deep. Van Kaulenberg. He's got it again. Let's see what he wants to do. Working. Oh, just a good move. Good crafty move, Mike. And Van Kaulenberg with a big bucket.
So many times tonight, Brett, he's drove that baseline and then dished it to the corner 3. That time he just took it up and went for the shot. Almost surprised Kimberly.
Under a minute to play. Wilds. He's been red hot. Cullen's been red hot. Kick out. Wonder if Hoffensberger might want to call a timeout. Does he want to draw something up, or he's just going to let things play on here? He's directing traffic a little bit right now. Good defense by the Ghosts. 40 seconds to go in overtime. Van Offeren now Wilds has it. Back to Van Offeren. He thought about it. Attack mode. Oh, and Van Offeren, nope, loose ball. Kaukauna has it. That was a great move by Van Offeren. Just couldn't get it to fall. Now the Ghosts have it. You got a foul on Van Kaulenberg. That's the 7th team foul, so 2 shots coming. Or I should say 1-and-1 coming. Bonus for Van Kaulenberg. Wow.
Van Offeren had a good look, but he was trying to get that shot up over Jensen, and that's not an easy task.
So free throws coming. Van Kaulenberg, his first trip to the line. He's got an even 30 and gets the shooter's bounce, Mike. Even if he hits the second one, still a 1-possession game.
22.7 to go, Brett. Soft rims here, Brett.
Yeah. And piece of cake there. I wonder if Kimberly will want to talk things over here with a 3-point lead, 20 seconds to play. Wilds with it, almost picked, and we got a foul. That's not the worst foul in the world, although it is going to be double bonus. 10th foul, Schwalbach called, but probably better, Mike, maybe than letting Kimberly set up for a 3.
Yeah, he almost had to steal there, Brett, and I think he got far enough into it where he's like, I got to go for the ball.
2 free throws coming for Mikey Wilds, double bonus. Piece of cake. Good free throw shooting tonight, both sides. Both teams still with their one timeouts. Wilds again. Oh, it made it look easy, Mike. Pressure free throws. And a timeout. Kimberly will burn, or I should say Kaukauna will burn it because couldn't get that ball in bounds.
Is that their last timeout?
Last timeout, yeah.
Okay, right.
Marshfield up 53-43 over Eau Claire Memorial with 50 seconds to go. Wow. De Pere just topped North. What is that now? I don't understand that one. Oh, Sheboygan North, 55-52. Right. Whoa, what a game.
Yeah.
So looking good for Marshfield to take down Eau Claire Memorial and wait to see who's going to win this one.
And you said Oshkosh North is up fairly comfortably, right? In their
yeah.
game?
Well, what's the play here?
According to Ricardo, De Pere ended up winning that 58-55 over Sheboygan North. So, yeah, 3-point win.
Well, 83-82, Ghosts with the lead over the Papermakers as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, an overtime thriller. By the way, this is our last Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live stream of the season. We are unavailable for Saturday's sectional final game, so I just want to thank everybody for all of their fantastic support over football and boys and girls basketball. We might try some spring lacrosse. We've had some requests to do that. The Schwalbach is fouled, 1-1 coming up. But thank you. We've had a record year viewership-wise, and we appreciate your support. We appreciate Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly for their support of high school athletics, and what a season it has been. Wow.
Great job all year, Brett, you, Ricardo, and Rosie. You guys are the stream team.
Well, you're part of it, Mike. And Schwalbach with the miss, rebound. Krause has it. 10 seconds to go. Timeout if Kimberly wants it. Cullen, attack mode, and it's in! It's in for Cullen! And it's stolen! Plew is fouled! With 4.2 seconds to play, Cullen, attack mode, he finishes. Plew with the steal. And Kimberly in control.
In good shape. I wouldn't say they're in control, Brett. They're still 4.2
Good point, Mike. Good point.
Double bonus, so he'll get 2.
What a sequence there. 2 for Plew. And got the first. He's 3 of 3 in overtime from the stripe. Big one coming for the junior. Can he make it a 3-point game? Short. Here we go. Van Kaulenberg going to let it fly off the glass. No! And Kimberly pulls off the upset. The Papermakers are going to the sectional championship game. Unbelievable game, unbelievable finish. Kimberly, Mike, with the upset victory, 85-83, the sequence at the end. Cullen with the big bucket. Plew with the steal off the inbounds pass. And Kimberly moves on. Cinderella, you called them, right, Mike? They're going to the sectional final where they're going to take on Marshfield.
Unbelievable, Brett. The look of sheer joy on the faces of the Kimberly fans compared to the look of just utter shock on the Kaukauna players, the Kaukauna fans. Unbelievable finish.
Unbelievable is right. Where do you start? I thought Kaukauna was in control towards the end. Front end miss, right, in the free throw. And then Cullen, who was lighting it up from distance, became attack mode, and he was making baskets off the bounce along the baseline at the rim. And that last one, the biggest, Cullen with 32 points on the night. And then, of course, the steal by Keegan Plew. sets up a desperation shot by Van Kauenberg at the end. And that is how this one ends. It's a stunner.
It is. Kaukauna led, Brett, by 3 with 22 seconds to go.
Looked good.
After Van Kauenberg made those 2 free throws. Wilds makes 2 free throws to cut it to a 1-point game with 15.2 seconds. Schwalbach misses the free throw. Cullen makes the layup to put them up 1, and then you said it, Plow with the steal and the layup. And then Van Kauenberg had a good look. He had a good look at that last shot, Brett. Kind of a runner, shooting off 1 foot, but he had a good look. It didn't go down. And Kimberly, coming into this game with 12 wins, pulls out the shocking
shocker of the night.
Sectional semifinal win.
Shocker of the night. Wow. Kimberly now, Mike, red hot. 4 straight wins under Josh Hoffensberger, and tell you what, they're going to give Marshfield, I'm assuming Marshfield, that was a final, I think, or they were up pretty handily with, under a minute to play. They're going to give the Tigers everything they can handle. That game scheduled for Saturday in Wisconsin Rapids.
A little bit of different style of game they'll see on Saturday, right, Brett? Marshfield
slows it down a little bit.
Slows it down a little bit. Not quite the high-scoring team that Kaukauna is and Kaukauna has been. But Kimberly showed tonight they can put up points. 85 points for the Papermakers tonight.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I guess
they shot the lights out, though. You know, they were hot from three-point that entire first half and most of the second half as well, Brett. Those three-pointers were just were daggers to Kaukauna.
11 triples on the night. And remember, Kaukauna had a 12-point lead in the first half. They were lights out and looked like kind of darn near unstoppable the way they came out firing. But yeah, I mean, Cullen, that had to be has to be a absolute career night for him. I mean, he's a good scorer, good player, but I have to look back. I'm guessing he hasn't scored 32 in a game. I could be wrong, but
let's see if I can grab his season high here quick while we. Josh Hoffensberger getting, rightfully so, getting lots of hugs down on the court.
Well, Mike, you know, I know that the job posting is open, but you might have to take that interim label off and let him run the program.
Where's Ryan McGinnis? Is he?
Yeah, he's here. I've seen him, and I do see Tim Hoffensberger down there, his father, so former Neenah coach.
Yeah, I saw Ryan all game. Tell Ryan, go over there and shake Josh's hand and offer him the job.
Yeah, I can see Josh talking to his dad there. I want to say, did Tim play at UW Platteville as well? But well, what a moment for them. Unbelievable finish in this one. Yeah, if you want to look it up, Mike, I'm going to run down the scoring for Kimberly. Cullen with 32. We're going to see if that's a career high. Wilds with 23. I'm wondering if that's a career high as well. Van Offeren 6. Plew with 8. Krause with 4. Grabner with 12. And 11 triples by the Papermakers in this overtime thriller. For the Ghosts, I have McMullen with 6, Groff with 9. Remember, he fouled out. That was a key 5th foul he picked up late in regulation, then had to miss all of overtime as well. Jensen I have with 25, Schwalbach with 5, Rarig with 6, and I have Van Kauenberg with 32. With the win, Kimberly evens its record, 13-13. Cinderella run here for the Papermakers. They move on to Saturday's sectional final at Wisconsin Rapids. I don't have a game time yet.
Like you said, though, Brett, with the Kimberly girls potentially playing in the Division I state championship game Saturday night, they might want to move that game, play that game a little bit early.
Yeah, I guess it could be a 1 o'clock, probably a 1 o'clock tip if the Kimberly girls move on. Of course, they're playing a really good Appleton East team, so we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. But either Marshfield or 6th-ranked Eau Claire Memorial at last check, Marshfield is winning that game. But that's Saturday at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. As for the Galloping Ghosts, they see their 16-game winning streak snapped. And the number 4-ranked Ghosts finish their season 23-4. Some shocked Kaukauna fans next to us, Mike.
And that shock's not going to go away for a while, Brett. That's a team, that's a community, that's a fan base that thought they were destined for the Kohl Center next week.
As for us, this is our final high school basketball live stream of the season. Again, as I mentioned, some other things on our schedule makes us unavailable for Saturday's sectional final. So again, thanks to all the great support all season long. Started in August from football and carried on into boys and girls basketball here in March. And as I said, we might try some lacrosse. That's a pretty popular sport, and we have some really good teams in the Fox Valley. That might be kind of fun to stream a few games this spring, just to see how that all plays out. So,
Brett, real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Cullen scored 19. His season high was 19 against West De Pere.
Okay.
And Wild scored 23 against Fond du Lac.
So he matched his season high.
Yes.
But Wild's or Cullen's got to be a career high then as well, without a doubt. What a game for you see him right down there, Aaron Cullen with his coach Josh Hoffensberger. Hoffensberger has the shirt made in March. Seems to be the case for the paper makers right now. But, yeah, if we do some lacrosse, boys and girls lacrosse, I'll announce that on my Twitter account, @PCBrettC, so please give me a follow. And as always, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Again, thanks one more time to our season sponsors, Cellcom, Piggly Wiggly, and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, now through March 17th at Cellcom. New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 16e on them. Visit cellcom.com for details. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. And Cooney's, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Visit them online at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear.com. Boy, Mike, we got to keep. Maybe this is. Maybe we don't need Ricardo. Maybe this is the combination, right?
No, this is the team now, because every game we've done has been a memorable one.
Right, Rosie? I think it's Mike now. We'll just let Ricardo find something to do in the wintertime. We'll let him find something to do in the wintertime, because we have had some humdingers lately here, without a doubt. But I guess any final thoughts before I sign off?
Just an incredible game by Kimberly. Just really, really impressed with the way they've played, not just tonight, but the way they've kind of, righted the ship and rallied the troops, if you will, after the late season, coaching change, and just impressed by them. And not to take anything away from Kaukauna, you win the FVA title.
Yeah.
You had a heck of a year. This is going to sting for a while. This is going to sting for a long time for sure. But great season by Kaukauna too. And just lastly, great season by Rosie, by you, Brett, by Ricardo, who's not here.
You
the
too.
Stream team, you guys are fantastic. You do great work, and it's a pleasure for me to be here whenever you need me to fill in.
Well, we always appreciate you coming. You're part of the Stream team as well, so just make sure you know that. So there you have it. And our final Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week basketball live stream of the season. Another thriller. Nothing like going out with a couple overtime thrillers. Unbelievable game. And as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, Kimberly with the stunner. They take down Kaukauna 85-83. Thanks for watching, everybody.